I'm like Barbara. Barbara Streisand. She also got like this side.
Oh,
It's the nose, I think.
perfect in 360. Don't worry. Now, Conchita, 9 years ago you won this competition. You're back in the arena. What feelings does that trigger?
I love not competing, to be honest. It's very stress-free, and I can enjoy it, and I can, meet everybody. When you're in the Eurovision Hall of Fame, you can meet anybody, and hardly anybody says no. So this is, as a hardcore fan myself, this is a very nice position to be in.
Yeah, it's not bad. Now, I want to ask you, 9 years ago, the climate for LGBT people wasn't necessarily pretty. It's been 9 years. Do you think things have progressed? And what role did you play in that?
Well, I would say that it got slightly better. And then we look to America and you think, what is actually going on? So I would say that we are moving in the right direction in some parts, and then I think it's a back and forth always. And I think with the queer community being so in the mainstream the last years, I think that the triggering for those who cannot accept individuality is bigger than ever. So I feel that this is also why it gets so intense. And concerning me being involved in all of this, I think that around 2014 it was me winning, it was RuPaul's Drag Race really taking off. I feel like it really was a momentum for the queer community, and we just, I don't know, we're here and we're not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah. And 25 years ago, Dana International won, and sadly she wasn't invited here. But do you think she played a role in your success?
Oh, definitely. I feel like, obviously I heard about Dana back then, and it resonated, of course, because we, as queer people, share similar experiences, and you connect through that. So obviously she paved the way. Course.
And in our very first interview, it was Eurovision in concert in Amsterdam, you made a very clear distinction. You said, I am not transgender, I'm a drag queen.
Yes.
Could you elaborate on that, and reflect on that all these years later?
Yeah, and I wouldn't say that I'm a drag queen. Because I think back then there was no better term for that. Because doing drag is like a full-time job. I mean, like just putting it on and having the hair and doing all of that and the makeup and stuff. And I feel like I'm just expressing myself in a different way than I would when I'm sitting at home.
Yeah.
So I'm just being me in whatever form I want to. So, yeah.
Great. And recently there was all this talk, this drama, that Conchita was dying. C.A.N.V.A.S was killing Conchita.
Oh, we're still talking about that. Isn't it so long ago?
Yeah.
It's so long ago. And it's so surprising to me that people were so upset with what I said. And it was just like a bittersweet joke, to be honest. Well, yeah. Nobody gets killed, to be very exact, and Conchita will always be a part of my life, and I am Conchita and I'm not, and I'm Tom and then I'm not, you know what I mean? It's just I think that we all have so many sides to us, and I'm just giving every side a name. And
oh yes, and we look at every single side and we like it. No, I've got to ask you about the new sound. C.A.N.V.A.S as an artist really has grown, expanded. It's not just ballads and inspiration. It can be dark, it can be industrial, gritty. Tell us about this evolution in your art.
I feel like I always was very interested in many different types of music and electronic, and like seeing something beautiful in darkness. I think this also comes out from the queer community. You have to kind of own it and switch it around and make the things that hurt you become your strength in a way. So this is probably also why I leaned into that direction. I feel like I had my Christina Aguilera script moment, don't you think?
Yes.
I did the Britney and the Christina with shaving the hair and dancing like a whore.
You're good at it.
Thank you.
I won't ask who taught you.
Live.
Oh, but speaking of your many sides, Queen of Drags?
Yes.
Heidi Klum?
Yes.
Please, what was that like working with a supermodel? Was she intimidated by your beauty?
I don't know. We have to ask her. I was intimidated by her beauty. I feel like Heidi really started to embrace the queer community back then, and I feel like that I don't know. I'm just assuming that she did not know how much love there was for her in this community, and now I see her, spending time with Gottmik and just so many queer artists and people, and I love her. I'm a big fan.
Was it difficult? You've obviously been in the public spotlight. People have judged you, and to be on this TV show where people are judged, was there tension there, or did it come easy?
Oh, I love judging people. No, I mean, I think I never was rude or something, but I have an opinion, and this is what they brought me in to do. So no, it was fine. I think I probably got a bit too close with the girls that I should have as a judge.
I see.
Because I didn't know that I'm not allowed to have a drink with them after filming. But this is what we did.
And was there a theme in terms of the mistakes they made or the areas they could improve? Like, was there some advice you were constantly giving them?
Well, to some of them, I felt like it was like one trick that I have seen weeks and weeks and weeks and over again. But other than that, I think there's so many great talent in the German-speaking area, especially also in Austria. We have really a growing drag community and like queer artists, and so the individuality was already there, definitely.
And speaking of individual, here in Liverpool, you have Conchita's summer house from Booking.com.
It's just so fun.
Tell us all about this. So you're spending your summer here, your holiday?
Yes, I'm spending my summer here in the arena. Well, my relationship with Booking.com started last year in Turin. We worked together back then for the first time. I was their Travel Proud ambassador, and so I got this opportunity also with World Pride in Sydney in February, so that was fun. And now that we collaborate on this again, it's just wonderful. And I think also traveling is so deeply connected to the Eurovision Song Contest, and especially Booking.com is creating safe spaces for queer people. They have this certificate that you get as a hotel if you go through certain workshops, how to treat the queer community in terms of pronouns and all of this information that many people probably don't have. So this is really beautiful as a huge company to do something so meaningful for the community.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I think so too,
Two final things for you. The first, in your victory speech at Eurovision, you dedicated your win to people who believe in a future of peace and unity. And right now there's a war going on in Ukraine. Could you tell us how you feel about this and if your message came through?
Well, I mean, it's obviously heartbreaking, and it's beyond my understanding why something like this must exist in the world, or that this is even happening. I mean, we all would have loved to be in Ukraine this year. And I don't know. It's just this world is ill and sick to its core because the system is. And this has been for hundreds of years, and I feel like it's now starting to break up. And this is obviously full of tension. And I just hope that we, get through this change as smoothly as possible. And unfortunately, we see that it's not easy.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
And finally, I just want to say, girl, you are in my book, Wild Dances, because you have played such a big part in my Eurovision journey. You were so supportive, giving interviews to everyone, big or small, at the very beginning when no one paid attention. I just want to thank you. You mean so much to so many Eurovision fans and me. So
well, thank you
so much.
Well, and you mean so much to us. I feel like we always had a safe place with you and with everybody who works at Wiwibloggs, and I mean, you are iconic. And well, thank you. Is this actually a gift?
Yes. Oh no, it's a gift, not a prop. I signed it and everything.
Oh, yeah, thank you so much.
It'd be funny if I took it back and said 20 pounds, please.
Well, why not? Why not? You should charge me for that.
Love you so
thank you
much.
so much for writing down your story, because this is also something very inspirational, and all the hardships you had, and your journey. This is what I meant before. I mean, we as queer people, we really have to go through so much to just be ourselves, and this journey to capture it and have it as an inspiration and a little and a book where you can get inspiration how to live your life is so helpful for so many young people, especially, I would say.
Conchita, you are all over those pages, and you are all over our hearts. Conchita Wurst, Eurovision winner 2014.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us in your booking.com holiday house.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Love you so much.
Love you.